Utopia is now open every day from 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. and till 1 a.m. on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Chill out with a craft cocktail or an ice cold beer, and Utopia's got the latest gaming machines with big jackpots ready for you to win. Need the perfect spot for your next celebration? Utopia features a beautiful event venue, available now for parties, reunions, and private events. So come see what all the buzz is about. The drinks are cold, the space is hot, and Utopia is ready for you.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Muddy. I'm Ashley Conrad. Joining me today, Cindy Epperson with Clarity Healthcare. How are you, Cindy?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Fantastic. Thank you for joining me. So today, we've talked a lot, I think, on Muddy River News about Clarity, but today we're talking about something a little bit different, and that is National Health Center Week. Is that right?
Yes, that is exactly right.
It sounds fun.
It is fun.
Good.
It's a lot of work, but it is great.
I bet. So you are the coordinator of the National Health Center Week for Clarity, but you also do a host of other things, right, which we don't have time to get into
That
right
is
now.
correct.
But I did want to at least acknowledge it because I know that you do a lot over at Clarity. So before we jump into National Health Center Week and what that looks like, can we talk a little bit about what Clarity is and what you offer to our community? Okay,
yes.
Perfect.
So Clarity Healthcare is a federally qualified health center. So community health centers are located across the nation. And actually, health centers serve over 30 million individuals a year.
Okay.
What we bring to the table is that we try to do integrated care so that you're not having to be referred out here and there, and that you actually have that sense of this is your healthcare home. So we offer services such as dentistry, primary care, pharmacy, optometry, the list goes on and on. It's just all about making healthcare accessible.
Gotcha. Okay. And so, of course, we want to celebrate that.
Yes.
Because it is great to have in our community, a great resource. So, National Health Center Week, here we come.
Right.
It's just around the corner.
It is next week.
All right. And, of course, we know that Clarity is a health center, so we want to celebrate. But how do you fit in with the overarching theme of National Health Center Week? What are your, I guess, how are you celebrating, or what's your play in this?
So the theme for this year is 60 years of progress, because health centers have been going strong for 60 years, believe it or not. I feel like people oftentimes think, oh, this is kind of a new thing. It's not.
Right.
We've been there. I feel like we're just kind of like one of those best hidden secrets.
Sure.
And we don't want to be hidden. We don't want to be secret. We want everybody to
Go tell it on the mountain.
That's right.
Yes.
Sing it. But what we can do is through focus days, and that is what is done across the nation.
Okay.
So it actually starts, it runs August 3rd through the 9th. We start our week with actually going downtown in Hannibal, and we have recently started up a program with Loaves and Fishes is in downtown Hannibal. We've been working on an outreach program with them downtown to help those that have barriers to getting care in Hannibal. You wouldn't think sometimes that even in Quincy and Hannibal, being smaller towns, that can be such an impactful issue.
Sure.
But sometimes people are literally choosing to use that $5 they have left on gas to get to the grocery store or buy some medicine, or try to make it up to their doctor's appointment that unfortunately they'll try to put off for another month or something.
Sure.
So we're going to go down there, we're going to serve a meal, we're going to do a mini health fair, we're going to do some physicals, we're going to do dental screenings, and we're just going to work everybody into the fold and show them what we can do to help. So this event is for anybody in the community.
Okay.
If you have questions about Clarity or just kind of want to see what we're about, you're more than welcome to join us down there. We'll be down there from 3 to 6 p.m. that evening on Broadway in front of the Loaves and Fishes building.
Okay. And what day is this again?
That'll be Monday, August 4th.
Okay. And then you have a host of other events coming up to celebrate the week.
We
is
do.
That right?
That whole week we are just jam-packed. So August 5th, we are so excited that this year we are having a traveling exhibition called The Art of Me.
Okay.
And what Art of Me is these giant photos of just raw, candid people, and they tell their story about how they've battled the stigmas of behavioral health, mental health, drug addiction, abuse. There's just something about seeing their stories and seeing their faces and actually putting it together that people go through this every day.
Right.
And by us showing up and letting them share their stories, we're better equipped to work with everybody, whether it's somebody in your home, your work life, just in the community. It just provides a little bit better understanding of what people are going through.
Yeah, and then also making it more relatable for someone else who may be going through that.
Yes,
hey, here's
that you're not alone.
You're right. Yeah.
So
that's very
it's a
incredible.
very big deal. We're very
Yeah.
honored to be having that. I think it's going to be very impactful for so many people. That is, again, open to the public, free of charge. That is from 6 to 8 p.m. on the 5th, and that is at the Rialto Banquet Center in Hannibal.
Okay. All right. And then I know you have some dinners and stuff to.
We do. That Wednesday, we usually come over here to Quincy and we celebrate Quincy Stakeholder Day.
Okay.
Clarity Healthcare in Quincy has done a phenomenal job of building these stakeholder relations in this area. And we just take a day and set it aside, invite everybody to lunch, and just show them how much we appreciate the work that they enable us to do together. It's through working together that we are able to reach so many people and make a difference in people's lives.
Right.
So we take that afternoon and we have a luncheon, and then we present a Stakeholder of the Year award. And then that evening, we're doing something new this year, and we're having the Artsy show. And so Artsy is the art of recovery.
Okay.
So that is a program that is put on by Preferred Family Healthcare, one of our parent companies, and that is local artists that are currently in services or have been in services telling their story through their artwork. They are the artist. So it could be, we have a quilt piece, we have this giant puzzle piece, we have resin pieces, paintings, chalk work.
Wow.
Everything.
Yeah.
And this is literally them telling their story of
neat.
what they're going through. So, yet again, open to the public. Everybody's encouraged to attend. And it's kind of along that same premise of the art of me. Art is a beautiful way to share a story, and it really speaks to people. Art, music, sometimes we don't think that we can tell our stories through that, especially when it's something so impactful as addiction or abuse. But it is, and so we're just so excited to be having these types of programs this year for people to attend.
Sounds very, very cool, very impactful.
Yes.
And open to everyone. Is every event open to everyone that's happening?
The
through the week?
stakeholder luncheon is
Okay,
not. That is
okay.
just by invitation only for
Okay.
our stakeholders. We would invite everybody if we could, but
Sure.
of course, space is limited.
Yes.
And then the rest of the week, we finish on Friday with patient appreciation, because we are so thankful to people for coming in, trusting us with their care. So we give out goodies, and we're going to recognize some of our longstanding patients and kind of go from there. And then, of course, through the week, we sprinkle some employee appreciation, because without our team, we just couldn't do it.
Oh,
so
absolutely, yeah.
lots going on, lots of moving pieces.
I love it. And you've coordinated it all. Look at you.
That and a very dedicated team of people
Yes.
that I could not do life without.
Yes.
So I am blessed.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, you're blessed. Sounds like this community is blessed to have Clarity. And this week is meant to celebrate who you are, what you provide to our community, and the benefits that our community, that they have access to, which is
Yes.
very, very cool. I love the theme. I love the events that are happening. They all seem to really tie in the community thread of everybody's going through something at one point or another in their life. This highlights it, but also goes to show what resources are available here. And I love the entire theme, the entire week. It's definitely going to be
And that's what we
awesome
try to live by through the year.
Yeah.
Because everybody deserves health care.
Yes.
Even there's so many people that, depending on their social status, think that, what's the point? Why try?
Yeah.
There is always a point. There is always a reason to try. And the good thing about community health centers is we have so many programs that can assist with different things,
Sure.
such as we have a community diaper bank. We have a small food pantry and resources to other food pantries. We have Show Me Healthy Women, which does breast and cervical cancer screenings.
Right.
There's just so many programs that we can access and help get you that care and get you to feeling better, and not only take care of you, but then you're better able to take care of your family and your
Right.
friends, and just feel so much better about yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah, without health, we have nothing. So
That's right.
Got to take advantage of those resources that we have available to us, and thank you so much.
Yes.
If anybody wants more information about Clarity or the events that are taking place during National Health Center Week, where would they go?
Please just give me a call at the office,
Okay.
573-603-1460, extension 2005. You can also reach me at email, jepperson@pfh.org.
Okay, Perfect. Thank you so much. I
Thank
appreciate you
you.
coming
Thank you
in
for having
and
us.
have fun.
Yes, we absolutely will. And please come to some of the events.
We
We'd
will
love to
try
see you
to
there.
come out there. That is awesome. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank
Pleasure
you.
talking to you.
You too.
All right. Coming up next, Britt B and Ash C and Coffee Talk. Stay tuned.
Instant Replay is your local sports bar. With 18 big screen TVs, we have all the sports packages from college games to pro games. We offer daily drink specials, and come check out the Bullpen, our newly renovated beer garden. Instant Replay, 2739 Chestnut in Quincy.
Welcome to Cedar Club, Quincy's favorite local bar. A friendly corner bar with a laid-back atmosphere and affordable drinks. It's the perfect spot for a great time. With entertainment galore, including shuffleboard, golden tee, pool, foosball, and winning gaming machines. Cedar Club's latest edition is the best spot to catch your favorite game. Great drinks, great friends, and great times. Cedar Club, 20th and Cedar in Quincy.
The Tower, a great place to meet and eat. But did you know the Tower has one of the finest drink selections in our area? Along with its incredible Mexican menu, the Tower specializes in tequilas for every taste. Names like Patron, Cabo Wabo, and Hornitos. And don't forget the margaritas. On Mondays and Tuesdays, stop by and pick up a single topping pizza and get Tower margaritas to go. Enjoy the Tower at home or in our dining room, bar area, or the Tower's signature climate-controlled porch. The Tower Pizza and Mexican in Quincy.
Welcome to the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
With 6 big screens, a new larger kitchen, and now more seating capacity, the Abbey is the place to be. Before, during, and after the big game. Come enjoy fan favorite appetizers, steaks, burgers, and a variety of daily food and drink specials. Can't join us? Carryout is available too. Now with a convenient drive-up window to better serve you. 1736 Spring in Quincy. Opens at 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday.
Come join all your friends at the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Welcome out to Kelly's on Broadway tonight. We're drinking cold beer and it feels so right. I'll meet you out on Broadway underneath Shamrock Light. We're gonna have a good time on the patio tonight. There's a party down at Kelly's on Broadway tonight. We're drinking cold beer on a champagne night. We're feeling all alone and you got no place to go. So come down here and drink a beer on Kelly's patio. Kelly's a fun place to eat and drink. 2902 Broadway.
And welcome back. Now it's time for Coffee Talk. Thanks to EFB, Ash C, and Britt B. Get to spill the tea.
Somebody asked me the other day, what does tea mean?
Oh, the hot tea.
Like when you say when you're spilling it,
Yeah.
or like I'll say, hey, do you want to hear the tea? And like, what does that mean? Is it an acronym? I don't know.
I think it's just the
It's just
scoop.
gossip, the scoop.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the tea.
It's the gossip. It's the
But for us,
stories
it's
about
iced
town.
coffee today.
Yeah, it's hot as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny that you say that too. My daughter, I'll never forget. She was probably 3 or 4 years old, and we were in the middle of some restaurant, and she's like, "It's hot as balls in here,"
Yep.
and I was like,
She didn't get that from me. Did you say it?
I mean,
Probably.
I don't know, but that was one of the heightened. I wasn't so much embarrassed, but yeah, one of the better.
It turns your cheeks pink, but it's almost a prideful thing, I think. Like
She's saying what we all were thinking.
Yes, yeah, and I love the innocence of kids. I mean, the things that come out of their mouths. It's like, yeah, we have censored ourselves, but they don't know that yet. So I love it. My kid used a couple terms that I probably shouldn't say on here. Maybe I'll talk about it on Club Muddy. But in the right context, when she was very, very young, and I was really proud of her, but one of them was about me, so it was hard to be. I was like, she said it to Luke, and he was like, well, you're right, she is being a...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I was like, okay. But very young, and yeah, it's almost like I love the innocence and the lack of filter.
Yeah.
That I believe I will return to as I get older if
Same.
my mom and grandma are any indication.
Same.
That filters.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yes,
too,
me too.
To that excuse.
Yes, me too. Yeah, I consider it a reason. It's no longer an excuse. Look, you don't have a reason to filter anymore. You just don't.
Yeah.
So I think we're kind of there now. but we're inching towards
Yeah.
total
Total.
uncensorship. Is that a word?
Yeah.
don't know.
I was like,
Okay, so what were we talking about? Totally.
we're going to talk a little bit
rails.
about the annexation topic that was on City Council
Yep.
on Monday night.
And Minutes with the Mayor.
Yeah, it was on Minutes with the Mayor yesterday. I think she did a great job explaining that. I think she always does a great job explaining.
Yeah.
When you if you read the story, I mean, why would people read? But if you read the story,
It's a good story.
It is a really good story. It explains, breakdown of how the city council went. And again, like the biggest discussion was the annexation of the 1.5 miles around the city. Now, it's not like a blanket statement.
Yeah.
Even though it kind of reads that way.
Yeah.
And
There are
another-
some areas that may only have, half a mile, whatever.
Yeah. And
Based
then there
on-
was like also a blanket statement in there that I was like, hey, let's clarify that. And I think Linda did a good job clarifying that on Minutes with the Mayor. But she said, we can just do it.
Yeah, and when we're talking about annexing, I want to be clear because maybe some people who don't read or don't watch, which you should, right?
Yeah.
Annexing means basically, and I'm not trying to be condescending, but for those who may not know
Yeah.
what this is, annexing means basically you're taking people in a very small area on an outlying area, not currently considered in the city limits, and you're bringing them into the city limits. Thereby, they will be taxed like a city resident, but they will also have access to services that we have, right?
Yes.
So when she was saying, and then back to you, because I don't want to.
No, you're fine.
So-
I think that's good that you explained that.
Yeah, because then when she's saying the city can annex, they can expand the boundary of the city limits to include those 1.5 miles and the residents within that territory without having to have it on a ballot.
Yeah.
Without having to really get any feedback or okays from those residents. But as you were saying,
But I don't think that's her MO.
No.
Mayor Moore does a really good job, I think, of listening to the people, and this is going to be one of those case-by-case situations. Now, I think there are going to be, and again, this is like 6 to 9 months down the road, so don't act like this is happening tomorrow.
Right.
But, maybe learn more about what's happening around you, because I don't think some of these people in the neighborhoods realize that. So there are some neighborhoods that probably should have been annexed 10 years ago,
Yes.
according to some of the experts. But, they haven't been. The reason why they should have been annexed is the outlying, I don't want to really give examples of neighborhoods because I'm not trying to piss anybody off.
Yeah.
But there are some in there where
let's just call it Neighborhood X.
Neighborhood X, and there are neighborhoods south of Neighborhood X that are considered in city limits, but Neighborhood X is
Somehow
out of it because at one point in time it was too far south.
Okay.
But since new developments have happened
Yeah,
and we've expanded, there are neighbors further south.
That are considered
Yes.
city residents.
And then Neighborhood X also is surrounded by other streets and neighborhoods that are, included in city taxes, but
Right.
they are for some reason have not been in those services. Now that could have been, or in the city, it could have been because of the services that they had. A lot of these neighborhoods relied on wells.
Sure.
Those wells have dried up, and now they're using city water.
Okay. But they're not paying city taxes to cover the.
No, but they
okay.
are paying their water double the rate. So if they were annexed in, they would get their water rate the way that normal city people would, but they would also be taxed.
Yeah.
The way,
Accordingly.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think that
And they would have the right to vote. That's the biggest thing.
that's the
so
big
right
thing,
now, a lot of these people that are saying on that 1.5, they're like, you can't, tell us what to do because we don't get a vote for you.
Yeah.
And I think this would be the thing that makes it all right or
Yeah.
like all fair.
Yeah. If they, so regardless of if they become, a part of the city or not, they will still be subject to our zoning rules.
Yes.
They will still have to pay the water that they're currently paying. We don't know what their service as far as fire and police looks like. Garbage is probably the same. But I think that, as she mentioned, it benefits the city to annex these folks because we would then be at a population of 50,000,
Yeah.
which makes us a metropolitan, which gives us access to certain grants and funding.
Yeah.
So it'd be good for the city. I can't say if it would be good for the residents or not. They'd have to do their own kind of calculations.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, keep it in the know. But again,
Yeah.
it does seem like an overall win to me.
It
Because you're
seems
already
like
paying
yeah.
double in your water. You would have a say-so in things. And like I said, there are some neighborhoods that are probably going to be reevaluated, and you're going to have to be a part of it no matter what. And
Yeah.
that is going to, I think, tick some people off. But,
Yeah.
it's fair for all.
I think it's fair for all unless you move to the county to be away from the city.
Don't move so close
So
so that
close.
you realize, I mean, we are literally
Yeah.
expanding all the time.
Yeah.
We're always talking about growth. Again, I am of the opinion that we don't need growth because we already have it right here. Like what you were saying with the whole annexing in. We don't need to have people... We don't need to, the Quincy calling thing kind of is a slap in the face, I always think, to the locals, because we are paying people to come here and move, or we're paying our locals to bring people here.
Yeah.
We don't really need to even do that if we just annex the city
Well,
and
if we
already
can-
include what we
yeah,
already have.
If we can annex the city, then everybody's gotten their goal accomplished, right? So we get access to more funding. We don't have to necessarily have a bunch of transplants who don't fit our culture. And we get, we get population increase, and we can rely more on tourism rather than transplants coming in and messing up some stuff. But I mean, overall, I think if you're in the county right now, the county has no zoning. There's no zoning laws, so you can basically have the freedom to do whatever. Unfortunately, if you're within that 1.5, the city does have the zoning does apply to you, which we saw with the shed, we saw with the solar farm, and some of these things I agree with. Some of them I don't, whatever, but I think the overall goal, yes, we want to grow the population. We also want to be consistent. And we want to have everybody have access to what they should, but also be paying their fair share.
Yeah.
Right?
I think absolutely. One other thing, if you are in the county and you're in that county border and you're like, well, I'm going to go to my county board member, that's not how that works either. Your
It's not?
county, no, you don't have your county board representative or the people you vote in really aren't going to be able to help you with this.
Because this is kind of grandfathered in or whatever.
Yeah,
something
and then
like that.
if you are to absolutely want to deny it or say, I don't want to do that, I think that has to be an agreement then with the county and the state.
Okay.
So, again, I don't know exactly.
With the state?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how the whereabouts or how you go about doing that. I'm repeating what I was told. And I will find out more about it.
And also Linda said that, Mayor Moore, mentioned that this won't be, as you mentioned, it's not really her MO. She strives to talk to the neighbors and get kind of a majority rules. And again, this isn't happening tomorrow, but she will be looking at it, more closely over the next 6 to 9 months, because it does seem like something that would be a good solution for all, hopefully. Yeah. And if you aren't aware or you don't know if you fall within, that territory, reach out to, I assume, the city offices in Quincy could help answer those questions.
Yes.
Because my question was, do you think people know that they're in that?
Yeah, I don't think
until
so.
they go to build a shed? That would be me. I'd be like, oh yeah, we could just do this, and then
yeah.
Yeah,
but I would want to know if that was going to be my question, if it was questionable.
Yeah, for sure.
Even if it is 6 to 9 months down the road.
Yeah, do your homework, crunch some numbers, and reach out, because that's what currently is making our local government thrive, is communication, transparency, and again, hopefully everybody's okay from the storm we had yesterday, and
thank you for reading the news.
Yeah, thank you for reading, for watching. If you didn't watch, what is it that you're the Muddy Mornings?
Oh yeah, Muddy Mornings.
Muddy Mornings. It was fantastic.
No, Muddy Mornings is Friday.
Friday, yeah. See, I keep getting these
now
confused.
You have me all confused.
The morning muddy.
The morning muddy. That's the daily thing where we do that every.
You think I'd know better?
We do that every Monday through Thursday. The morning muddy, and that's brought to you by
Bob's
Muddy River Engraving and Hess
just
Auto AG. Hess Auto Agency.
Yes.
And then Muddy River Mornings is our Friday show.
So I do watch it all the time. It's just I can't keep the muddy.
Somebody
morning
did the
muddy.
Yeah,
I can't even say Mayor Linda Moore without screwing that up. So there you go. Anyway, always appreciate our chats. And if anybody has any questions or topics that they would like to hear us spill the tea on,
Yeah.
then reach out. We're always open to feedback. All right, I think that does it for today's
Coffee Talk.
We'll catch you next time.